Good morning students. Now we are going to see a computer science subject, a grade 11 Python. Okay, here I am going to take chapter 2 in this Python language. The chapter name is Python Fundamentals. Agenda of this chapter is Python character set and tokens. Okay, let us see one by one. First one, a Python character set. What does meant by Python character set? It's a valid character that language can recognize. It's a valid character that language can recognize. So what all the character sets are included in this Python? Letters, digits, special symbols, then white spaces, then other characters. Okay? Here the letters, it includes a small a to z, then capital A to z. Then digits include 0 through 9. Then special symbols. So what are all the symbols, what are the characters we are using in keyboard? What are the characters are in keyboard? That special symbols are we are using in this Python as character set. So special symbols are space, plus, minus, then star, slash, etc. It is given. The next one is white spaces. So white spaces, it includes blank space, tags, carriage written, a new line, form field. I will explain one by one. We will see later. Then other characters. Here the Python can process all the ASCII and Unicode characters also. In chapter 11, ASCII and Unicode characters are covered. We will see later, student. The next one is tokens. What does mean by tokens? It's the smallest individual unit in the program. What does mean by token? A smallest individual unit in the program. These units are used in our programming language. In a Python program, we are using these tokens. So what all the tokens are coming under the Python language? Keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, punctuators. In this we are going to see keywords, identifiers, literals. Then operators and punctuators we will see in next class. First one is keywords. What does mean by keywords? That is, it is a predefined word or reserved word or built-in word. Okay, it is already built inside the language, that is Python language. Okay, so keyword is nothing but keyword is a special word. Another name is that is a predefined word or a built-in words. Okay, I will tell an example. That's keywords. How many keywords are available in Python language? Based on the Python versions, the keywords are available. Here, what type of versions we are using? A Python 3.7 version we are using. Okay, I will explain. See, import the keyword. How, if you want to know the available keywords in Python version, okay, just you should give import keyword. After that, print keyword dot kw list. If we are giving like this, so how many keywords are available in a particular Python version, everything is displayed. Okay, did you understand, student? Last class already you know that how to install Python. After installing Python, this is a Python shell prompt. In this Python shell prompt, I have written the import keyword and the print keyword dot kw list. It helps to display the list of keywords coming under the particular Python version. In Python 3.7 version, totally 33 keywords are available. Totally how many keywords are available? 33 keywords are available. Did you understand, student? So keyword is nothing but a special word. Otherwise we can say that's a built-in word or predefined word. So these keywords we will use when we are writing Python program. Okay. The next one is next one. Identifiers. What does mean by identifiers? Identifiers is nothing but variables. Identifiers is nothing but variables. Where we are using, we are defining this variable in our Python program. Identifier is nothing but variable. Did you understand, student? Okay. What are the rules? Some of the rules we should follow. follow. When we are defining the variable, when we are declaring a variable inside in the Python program, we should follow some rules. So it is given. See the rules for identifiers. A first character must be a letter. A first character must be a letter, or underscore followed by a letter. Underscore followed by a letter. Then upper and lowercase letters are different. And also Python is a case sensitive. Case sensitive means first we have declared, we use this small variable a. For example, a is equal to 20. Then inside the program, if we want to print the value of the variable a, instead of giving a small a, if we are giving capital A, what will happen? It shows error. That is, upper and lowercase letters are different. Initially, if we are using a small letter a, inside the calculations also we have to use the small case letter a1. If we are using capital letter, the Python will show error. Okay, I will tell you an example. Next one is identifiers are unlimited in length. There is no limited length. That is an unlimited length we can use. The next one is we should not use keyword as an identifier. What I said, we should not use keyword as an identifier. I will tell example. Okay. Then identifier cannot contain any special character. We should not use any special characters as an identifier. We should not use any special characters as an identifier except the underscore. Okay. Did you understand, student? The first character must be a letter or underscore followed by a letter or underscore followed by digits. After, for example, A1. After first letter should be an alphabet. Alphabet followed by numbers also possible. Alphabets followed by numbers also possible. I will tell an example. See here. You know what is the use of print statement? What is the use of print statement? I want to tell. Whatever you are giving inside the parenthesis print, the same thing is displayed on the screen. Okay? This is the string. Here, the welcome is a string. What does mean by string? That is a sequence of characters enclosed within a quotes. Whether it is in a single quotes or double quotes or in a triple quotes. Did you understand? Your sequence of characters are enclosed within a quotes known as string. Example, your name is also one type of string. Okay? Your name contains the sequence of characters. Isn't it or not? Okay. Suppose if I am enclosing the numbers within a quotes, what will happen? That is also considered as one string. Okay? So what we have seen? Identifier. Identifier is nothing but variable. When we are defining a variable, when we are declaring a variable in our Python program, we should follow some rules. So what are the rules? The first letter must be an alphabet or underscore followed by an alphabet. Okay. See here. Good one. See, this is the variable name. I am going to assign some value. If an integer value or string. That's not a problem. Okay. A good one is equal to 17. Here the good one is a variable. Variable is nothing but identifier. The first letter must be a letter. The first character must be a letter. Underscore followed by letter. Both are allowed. See. Next. If I want to, the value of the variable good one. 7. It is valid. So good one is a valid identifier. The next one, underscore a is equal to 40. Underscore a. Underscore followed by letter. This is also possible. So this is also valid identifier. Okay. Let us see the value of this variable. What will be? 40. The next one. This is a valid variable. A good one. Then underscore a. This is a valid variable. Did you understand, student? A good one. Then underscore a. This is valid variable. Okay. I am going to give underscore 2a. is equal to 50. This is also valid variable. Okay, the first letter should be a letter or underscore followed by letter or underscore followed by digit. These are all valid identifiers, that is valid variables. Okay, 50. Okay, the next one, 2a is equal to 60. See, invalid syntax. Why? Here the 2a is an invalid variable. 2a is an invalid variable because when we are declaring a variable, we should follow the rules of the identifiers. Okay, so 2a is an invalid because what I said, the first letter, the first character should be an alphabet, should be a letter or underscore followed by letter or underscore followed by digits. But here the first letter is digit. So this is invalid identifier. This is an invalid identifier. Okay. Apart from this, except underscore, if you are using any special character, for example, $a. See here, $a is equal to 10. See, this is also invalid syntax. Except the character, except the underscore, you should not use any special character for giving a variable name. For giving variable, variable used as a variable. For $a is an invalid identifier because the dollar is not allowed as declared as a variable. Okay, and you can use only underscore. Except underscore, you should not use any special character to declare the variable name. Did you understand, student? Okay, so identifier is nothing but what? Variables. Okay, the variables, when we are declaring a variable, we should follow some rules. So what are all the rules we have seen? See, the first character must be a letter and underscore followed by a letter or underscore followed by a digits. Everything is valid. Then upper and lower case letters are different. Identifiers are unlimited length. An identifier, we should not use keyword as an identifier. I have forgotten to tell, I'll explain. We should not use keyword as an identifier. Okay, see, now only we have seen now that what all the keywords are available: false, none, true, and. So these keywords, we cannot use these keywords as an identifier. Let us see what will happen. See, for example, I am going to take the keyword false. Keyword false as an identifier. What will happen? See, false is equal to 50. What will happen? Cannot assign to keyword. Cannot assign to keyword. Here I have used the false, the keyword false as an identifier. Is it valid identifier? No. It is an invalid identifier. That is the rule. So we should not use keyword as an identifier. Did you understand, student? Okay. The next one is see, an identifier cannot contain any special character. Now only we have seen $a. But $a is not, dollar symbol is a special character. So that type of special character is, we should not use as an identifier. We should not use any special character as an identifier except underscore. I hope did you understand the rules of identifier. So how to declare the variable in our Python program. Okay. The next one is literals. What does mean by literals? The literals is nothing but constant, that is fixed value. The value do not change during the execution of the program. The value do not change. The values do not change during the execution of the program. And this literal, 5 types are given. See, a string literal, then numeric literal, then boolean literal, then special literal, then literal collections. And in this in this video class, we are going to see only one type of literal, that is a string literal. Okay, student. So a literal is nothing but a constant value. Here the data items do not change, that is a fixed value. Data items do not change during the execution of the program. During the execution, that is program, when we are running the program, the value do not change. Okay, whenever we are running the program, the value will be in fixed value. Okay, I will tell an example. See, example, A is equal to, what I said, welcome. Okay, so I already told the welcome is a sequence of string. That sequence of string is enclosed within a single quotes or double quotes. Any quotes, single quotes or double quotes, any one we can use. Okay, so whenever we are printing the value of A, what will happen? Welcome. Otherwise you can just, same thing we can use, instead of use a print A, the same only will be displayed on the screen. Okay, one more example I will give. See, by using single quotes, this is also valid. See, print of C, what will happen? Same thing. So the given sequence of string are enclosed within a single quote or double quotes. That's the string literal. The value is fixed. Whenever we are printing the value of the C, the same thing, that is good. What string value was stored into the variable C, that is good. Once again I want to display the value of the variable C. What will happen? The same thing is displayed, that is fixed value. Okay, so literals are often referred as constant value, do not change, value do not change during the program run. Okay, student, the next one is some of the escape sequences. Before that, what does mean by non-graphic character constant? Here, the Python allows some non-graphic non-graphic characters. These non-graphic characters that cannot be typed directly from the keyboard. So, with the help of these escape sequences, we can represent these non-graphic characters by using escape sequences. Okay, here the Python allows some non-graphic characters. So what all non-graphic characters are available? The backslash, a single quote, double quotes, then bell, then ASCII backspace, then ASCII form field, then carriage return, horizontal tab, then hexa value, 16-bit hexa value, then 32-bit hexa value, vertical tab, then octal value. So these are all the non-graphic character constants. These character constants cannot be typed directly from keyboard. If we want to represent these non-graphic characters by using escape sequences, that is backslash, then double slash, then a slash, single quote, then slash. The escape sequence here, the escape sequence refer the backslash. Here the escape sequence refer the backslash. Okay, and thus we are going to see only 3 escape sequences, the three non-graphic characters only I am going to explain. Escape sequences in Python I am going to explain. What are all? Then slash t, then slash or, then slash n. That is a new line character also available. Okay, the new line character also available. I will explain these three escape sequences. That is very important. Okay, I will explain. See. Slash t. A slash t is nothing but tab space. For example, see, print hello world. Hello world. Hello slash t, then world. In between the words, that is in between the string hello and world, I have used this escape sequences, that is slash t. That is tab. It leaves some space between the words, but between the strings hello and world. What will happen? See here, hello, then space, world. See, slash t means nothing but that is tab space, tab. That is horizontal tab. So the gap is given. That is the space is given between the string hello and world. Okay, one escape sequence is slash t. Then another one is slash n. Slash n means the new line character. What will happen when we are using that slash n? Let us see. Print hello slash n world. What will happen? What will happen? Slash n means that is new line character. After the slash n, whatever we are giving, everything is displayed in next line. Everything is displayed in next line. See student, hello, then slash n. After the slash n, what string I have given? Word. So this word is displayed on the next line. Okay. So hello is displayed in first line. Then word is displayed in next line. Why? Because we have used a slash n between the strings hello and word. So after the slash n, the string word is given. So what will happen? The word is displayed in next line. Okay. So slash n is nothing but that is new line character. Okay. The next one is carriage return. Print hello, hello slash or, then word. What will happen? See, what the slash or what type of string we have given, that string will replace the word hello. That string will replace the word hello. See, the word is how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here hello is how many characters? 5 characters. So these 5 characters are replaced as word. Okay, replaced by the string word. Okay, I will tell some more example for your understanding purpose. Okay, print hello slash or, then 1, 2, 3. What will happen after the slash or? Here the slash or is nothing but carriage return. So how many characters I have used? 1, 2, 3. So in beginning a HEL, instead of printing HEL, it will print 1, 2, 3, then LO. See here. So the word, that is the string 1, 2, 3 is the HEL is replaced by the character 1, 2, 3. Okay, by the character 1, 2, 3. So now the output is what? 1, 2, 3 LO. Did you understand student? Okay. Then escape sequences in Python. Many escape sequences are available in Python. But in our program mostly we will use only the new line character, then tab, horizontal tab character only. That type of escape sequences only we will use in Python. Apart from this, I have explained that slash or also, that is carriage return. These are all important escape sequences in Python. Okay student, the next one was string types in Python. I will explain string types in Python. See, string types in Python. So a string, a single line string, then multi-line string, single line string, multi-line string. Here we are assigning that strings are displayed in a strings are given in a single line. We are going to give the string in a single line. I will explain with the help of the example. The next one was multi-line string. In that multi-line string, we can give the multi-line string in Python in two ways. We can do. What are in two ways? The first way, by adding a backslash at the end of the normal single quote or double quote. The second way, by typing the text in triple quotation marks. By typing the text in triple quotation mark, students don't forget, we can give the string within a single quotes or a double quotes or in a triple quotes. Any quotes we can use, but single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes, we can give the string. First one is single line string. I will explain the single line string. See, here Trinity. Here Trinity is a what? Variable name. Trinity is what? Variable name. Okay. Trinity. Then I am going to give welcome to grade 11 students. Welcome to grade 11 students. See here, I have given a string. That is, I have given a string in one line. I have given a string in one line. That is a single line string. Here the string are given in a single line. That's no problem. Suppose if I want to if I want to display the value of the variable Trinity, just what I have given, welcome to grade 11 students. Welcome to grade 11 students. This is an example for single line string. Okay. Suppose if I am giving like this, see here, A is equal to good, see here, immediately what type of error is displayed? End of line while scanning string literal. See here student, I did not close the string. Open quotes I have used, but end of the string what I have to use? Then close quotes, close double quotes I have forgotten to use. So immediately what type of error is displayed? EOL, that is end of line while scanning string literal. So what we will do? If we want to give multi-line string, how we can give a multi-line string in Python? How we can give multi-line? Using backslash. First way, in two ways we can give multi-line string in Python. First way, using backslash at the end of the string before we are pressing the enter key to continue the text in next line. Let us see. A is equal to good slash. I did not press any enter key. Slash. Now it is possible. We can give the string. We can give the string in multi-line. See. Next. Good morning. This is the end of the string. It reaches the end of the string. When we are reaching the end of the string, definitely we should give the, that is we should use the closed double quotes. Okay, so what will happen? See, good morning. Okay, whatever it may be, the strings are here. After the good, I have used the slash. I did not press enter key. Before I am pressing the enter key, just at the end of the string, I have used backslash. Then after that, the next string is typed in the next line. That is multi-line. Okay, so by using a backslash, we can give the multi-line string. But what will happen? It is displayed in a single line. That's not a problem. If we want to give the string in multi-line, the first way we can use the backslash character. Before we are pressing the enter key, we should use this backslash key. Okay? Then after that, after pressing the enter key, we can type the text continuously in next line. Okay. Then another way is triple quotes. We can give the multi-line string by using triple quotes. I will explain. One more example I will give using this model. See here. For example, the same variable name I am going to use. Trinity. See, grade 11 / then grade 12 / you can give strings, multi-line strings you can give. When you are reaching the end of the string, you should close this string within a double quotes. Okay, students. This is my end of the string. So what you have to close this. Okay, that's it. When you are printing the value, what type of string you have stored in the variable Trinity, you want to display. See, a grade 11, grade 12 students. Did you understand? Okay. The next one is another way to give the multi-line string in Python by using triple quotes. For example, see here, triple quotes I have used. See, good. This is also possible. Morning. This is the end of the string, means we have to enclose by using triple quotes. This is possible. Then next, good morning. Did you understand, student? Okay. Then one more example I will tell. See, C is equal to subject I am going to mention computer, then maths, then physics, then chemistry. Okay, so this is the end of the string. Here I am going to give, here I have to enclose this within a triple quotes. I have to close this. What will happen? See, a computer, maths, physics, chemistry. Computer, maths, physics, chemistry. You know very well the slash and is nothing but that is new line character. Slash and is nothing but new line character. Did you understand, student? So we can give a multi-line string in Python by using two ways. One way is using backslash at the end of the string before we are pressing the enter key. Then another way is using triple quotes. Did you understand, student? The next one was size of the string. If you want to know the size of the string, how you can find out how you can know the size of the string? With the help of the length. I will explain. See here, A is equal to, I am going to store some string, Trinity. Okay. here A is a variable name. Don't forget, A is a variable name. The trinity is a string. That string is enclosed within a double quotes. No problem. We can enclose the string trinity using a single quotes or triple quotes. Here I have enclosed the string trinity within a double quotes. If we want to know the length of the given string, we have to use the word length. Length of A. What will happen? It produces the size of the given string. So how many characters are available? How many characters? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Totally, the string trinity contains how many characters? 7 characters. That is the size of the string. That is the size of the string. Did you understand, student? Okay. Here. The string types in Python I explained. The next one is size of the string. For size of the string, for multi-line string created with triple quotes, for multi-line strings created with a single or double quotes and backslash character at the end of the line. See here, when we are finding the size of the string, when we are enclosing the character, enclosing the string by using triple quotes, the size will be different. When we are enclosing the string within a single or double quotes, at the end if we are using any backslash, that time the size of the string will be different. I will explain one by one. See here. First, triple quotes. When we are enclosing the given a string by using triple quotes, that time if we want to know the size of the string, see here, Trinity CBSE. See, now the size of the string 12. How many characters are in the string trinity? 7 characters. Okay, how many characters are in the string trinity? 7 characters. How many characters are in the string CBSE? 4 characters. So 7 plus 4, 11. Okay, only 11 characters are only there, but your system shows how many characters are in this. 12. How it will happen? See here, after the trinity, what we are pressing, which type, what key we are pressing? Enter key. So that enter key also taken as a 1 character. That enter key also counted as 1 character. Don't forget, student, here when we are using the string that is created with triple quotes. For multi-line strings only I have created with triple quotes. When we are using the for multi-line string created with triple quotes, the size is in this, the enter character also, the enter key character also counted as, enter key also counted as 1 character. Enter key also counted as 1 character. I will tell one more example for your understanding. See, S is equal to computer science. So, see, count for example for finding the length of the S. 16. How many characters are given in the string computer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. Okay? Okay, 8. How many string signs, that is 7 characters. 8 plus 7, 15. But what will happen? Here the enter key also counted as 1 character. That is end of line character. End of line character also counted as 1 character. EOL. End of line character also counted as 1 character. So what we have seen, for multi-line string created with triple quotes, we have seen the size of the string. Okay. Then next one is for multi-line string created with single or double quotes and backslash character at the end of the line. We will see the length of the string. Okay. See, the same example only I am going to use, but at the end of the string I am going to use backslash. What will happen? See, S is equal to computer, then backslash science. This is the end of the string. Now, length of the given string. What will happen? 15. Here, the backslash character is not, we are not going to take backslash character for counting the size of the string. Did you understand, student? Here, the backslash character is not counted. Here, the backslash character is not counted. Okay? Simply the computer, the word, the string computer contains 8 characters. The string signs contains 7 characters. So totally 8 plus 7, how many characters? 15 characters. So the length of the S is 15 characters. When for multi-line string created single quotes or double quotes and backslash are used at the end of the line, each line. Here, what did you understand the difference between these two? Here, the end of line character is counted. For multi-line string created with triple quotes. For multi-line string created with single or double quotes. For multi-line string created single or double quotes, and end of the character we have added at each line. End of the string we have added at each line backslash. Here the backslash character is not counted. Here the backslash character is not counted. Did you understand, student? So size of the string for multi-line string created with triple quotes and for multi-line string created with single or double quotes and backslash character at the end of the line. I hope you understood my class. So what we have seen today, that is Python character set and tokens. And Python character sets, what all the character sets are coming under the Python we have seen. The next one is tokens. In that tokens, 5 types of tokens are available. That is smallest individual unit in our program. Here only 3 tokens we have seen. In that keywords, identifiers, literal. Under the tokens literal, only one concept I have explained in this class, that is string. Remaining literals we will see in next class. And operators and punctuators also we will see in next class. Then rules for identifiers we have seen. Then escape sequences in Python. So many escape sequences are available, but here I explained only 3. That is very important. Then string types in Python. You know a string. What is meant by string? The sequence of characters is enclosed within a quotes. That is, you can use single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. Then size of the string. Everything we have seen in this class. I hope students you understood my class well. Next class we will see the remaining types of the tokens literal. Thank you, student. We will see in next class.